Something strange is happening right now. People are actually booking trips to Ukraine. Yes, Ukraine. The country you only hear about on the news. Bloggers are posting about it, TikToks are going viral, tour companies are launching new routes, and everyone who goes comes back saying the same thing. Why did nobody tell me about this place? In my last video, I showed you the Ukraine nobody talks about. Kyiv, Lviv, Odesa, the Carpathians. But today, we're going deeper. Hidden castles, fairy tale tunnels, cities you've never heard of, plus how to actually get there, what it costs day by day, and what you absolutely need to know before you go. This is the video I wish I had before my first trip. So first, what changed? Why is Ukraine suddenly on everyone's radar? A few things happened at once. Travel bloggers started going and posting real content, not news clips, actual travel vlogs. People saw the cafes, the castles, the mountains, and couldn't believe it was Ukraine. Then there's something called solidarity tourism. The idea that traveling to a country actually supports it. Every hotel you book, every meal you eat, goes straight to real people. It's not charity, it's just travel that happens to matter. And honestly, that combination of purpose and beauty, that's why it's blowing up. Ukrainians themselves are traveling their own country at record levels. Western Ukraine in particular, Lviv, the Carpathians, are buzzing like never before. Bars you can barely get into, restaurants fully booked on weekends. Ukraine isn't waiting for the world to notice, it's already thriving. Okay, let me tell you about a place that blew my mind. KAMIANETS-PODILSKYI. Most people outside Ukraine have never even heard of it, but when you see it, your jaw literally drops. Imagine a medieval castle sitting on top of a giant rock, surrounded by a 40-meter deep canyon, with a river wrapped around it like a natural moat. It looks like something out of Game of Thrones, except it's real, and it's been standing here since the 14th century. This castle survived 51 attacks by the Mongol hordes. 51. The old town behind it is full of cobblestone streets, ancient monasteries, hidden courtyards. You can do bungee jumping off the canyon bridge, zip line across it, or just sit and stare. And the best part? It's one of the 7 wonders of Ukraine, and a candidate for UNESCO World Heritage. If you go to one place in Ukraine that nobody told you about, make it this one. Now, from castles to culture, let me introduce you to Chernivtsi. It's in southwestern Ukraine, right near the Romanian border, and people call it Little Vienna, Little Paris, Little Jerusalem, because for centuries, this was a melting pot. Ukrainians, Austrians, Romanians, Jews, Germans, all living together. And you can feel that history in every building, every street, every cafe. The crown jewel, Chernivtsi National University, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and honestly, one of the most beautiful buildings I've ever seen. The halls look like a palace, marble, frescoes, gold details everywhere, and it's a working university. Students walk through this masterpiece every single day. Outside, the city has this elegant, relaxed, Central European vibe. Art Nouveau facades, charming coffee shops, beautiful parks with magnolia trees. Chernivtsi is a kind of city that makes you feel cultured just by walking through it. Okay, this next one might be the most Instagrammable place in all of Ukraine, the Tunnel of Love. It's near a tiny village called Klevin in the Rivne region. Picture this, a railway track about 4 kilometers long, completely covered by a natural tunnel of trees. The branches have grown over the tracks and formed a perfect green arch. No human designed it. Nature did this all by itself. A train actually still passes through it twice a day, carrying wood to a local factory. But the rest of the time, it's just you, the green tunnel, and total silence. Legend says if a couple walks through the tunnel together and makes a wish, and their love is sincere, the wish comes true. It's so famous that a Japanese director flew here just to film a movie about it. Fair warning, bring mosquito repellent in summer. They love tourists as much as tourists love the tunnel. But seriously, there is nothing else like this in Europe. Nothing. And there's more. Way more. About 30 kilometers from KAMIANETS-PODILSKYI. Built in the 10th century, massive stone walls right on the bank of the Dniester River. It's been used as a film set for countless historical movies. Think Three Musketeers, Ivanhoe, Robin Hood. When you stand inside, you feel like you stepped into a medieval movie yourself. And then there's Sofiivka Park in the city of Uman, one of the most beautiful landscape parks in all of Europe. Waterfalls, underground grottos, ancient statues, Fountains, artificial caves, all built in 1796 as a love gift from a Polish count to his Greek wife. A love letter made of nature. How romantic is that? You could easily spend an entire day here and still not see everything. 300,000 visitors a year, and most foreigners have never heard of it. Okay, but let me be real with you for a moment. Ukraine is a country at war. That's the truth. The western part of the country, Lviv, the Carpathians, KAMIANETS-PODILSKYI, Chernivtsi, that's where tourists go. And it's relatively safe. But air raid sirens can happen anywhere, even in the West. When the siren goes off, you go to a shelter. It's that simple. Locals do it calmly. You follow their lead. And you know what? That's actually part of why this trip changes people. You see a country that refuses to stop living. Cafes stay open, festivals happen, people laugh, create, build. There's an energy here that you just don't find anywhere else. It's not reckless, it's resilient. And experiencing that resilience firsthand is something no other trip in the world can give you. Just be smart, stay informed, follow local rules, and you'll come back with a story unlike anything you've ever had. So here's the thing. Ukraine isn't just another pretty destination. It's a country you experience with your whole heart. Medieval castles nobody told you about, magical green tunnels, UNESCO palaces, 40-meter canyons, all of it for less than you'd spend on a weekend in London. And every dollar you spend there supports real people building their future. That's not just travel, that's something bigger. So if my first video made you curious, this one should make you book a ticket. Go deeper, see the places nobody knows yet. Because Ukraine, it keeps getting better the further you explore. And trust me, you haven't seen anything yet.